Hey everyone, can you hear me? Can you confirm in comment once, please? Can you confirm in comment, please? Am I audible? Am I audible, guys? Can you confirm once in the comment? Okay, thanks Lakshmi. Thanks Tejaswa Agrawal. Thanks everyone for joining and confirming. Okay, so we will get started right away and let others join if they are joining. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to discuss one important topic known as A/B test. The reason I choose this topic is you will not find many materials on this topic on internet. Okay, and it is pretty useful topic if you are working in retail analytics kind of scenario or some kind of campaign management kind of scenario for any industry. Okay, so sometimes in interview they may ask you. So let's try to understand what is this. This is a pretty important concept from whatever scenarios I told you, right? So we are going to discuss about what is A/B testing and why it is needed. Okay, what is A/B test and why it is needed. Okay, then I'm going to tell you some use cases where A/B test can be useful, use cases. Okay, then I'm going to take one data and I'm going to show you in Python how you can do the A/B testing. Okay, so I am saying demo in Python. Okay, so this concept you must learn and I will keep it very simple. The reason for that is if I make it complex, it may not be too easy to grasp. Okay, so having said that, you can post your queries in the comment and please go ahead and press the like button so that recommendation goes to people so that they can also join. Okay, so what is A/B test? Let's try to understand first. A/B test is basically a way to measure performance of something that we have built. Okay, for example, to give you a simple example, suppose Unfold Data Science builds a website. Okay, Unfold Data Science builds a website, and on website there are two landing pages. Okay, so this is one landing page where there is one particular type of color, one particular type of, let's say, text, one particular type of description, one particular type of images, etc. Okay, so this is one landing page, and then there is other landing page. Okay, so in Unfold Data Science website there is other landing page. This has one kind of color, one kind of text, one kind of description, one kind of images, etc. Okay, so whoever is working on my design part, that guy comes to me and asks me, hey Aman, this is your landing page 1 and this is your landing page 2. So which landing page you want me to make this as permanent, right? So sometimes, most of the times what happens is we may not be thinking in the same way our customers or our subscribers or our users will behave. Okay, for example, I may think that orange color is looking good in my front page, but the way I'm getting response on my page, the orange color may not be a good choice. So how do I decide that? So what I can do is, for week 1, right, I keep landing page 1 7 days, and for week 2 I keep landing page 2. Okay, and then I see from these two pages which pages users are getting interacting more. So when my landing page is landing page 1, then what is happening, how much of activity is happening. When my landing page 2, then what is happening, how much activity is happening. Okay, this is just one simple example of what is the testing of that we are doing in A/B test. Okay, and why it is called an A/B test is this particular scenario or group or setting you can call as A setting. This particular group or scenario or thing you can call it as B setting. Okay, now let us give it little more flavor of machine learning. Okay, and try to understand in machine learning how we can see how to test the A/B testing. Okay, so suppose you are working for, let's say, Flipkart. Okay, Flipkart, And in this Flipkart scenario, what's happening is there is something called as Flipkart Plus. I'm sure you are aware of Flipkart Plus. Okay, becoming a Plus member, Flipkart Plus. Okay, so Flipkart wants all their customer to be a Flipkart Plus members. Okay, but they do not know what is the campaign or what is the promotion or what is the driving point through which they can make their customers as Flipkart Plus customers. Okay, so they take 2-3 approaches, or let's say to keep it simple, 2 approaches. This is your approach 1. Okay, and this is your approach 2. Approach 1 is somebody who is monthly order value is this much, somebody who is active in last 7 days, somebody who is doing blah blah kind of thing in my website. I will give them one particular kind of offer on Flipkart Plus. Okay, and the same offer I will give to different set of people with some different characteristics. Okay, and I will compare the response. By comparing the response, I will get to know which particular type of customers is responding to which particular type of promotion. So this is one kind of use cases that I'm discussing. One more use case based on which we will do our demo is a use case of recommendation system. Okay, so use case of on Unfold Data Science, you will find a lot of videos on recommender system. So just to give you, all of you know how recommendation system works, right? So suppose somebody comes and purchases a mobile phone. This is a mobile phone, and then what you want to sell is, let's say, a mobile screen guard. Okay, so what is your target product that you want to sell is a screen guard. Okay, now screen guard can be sold with mobile phone, and screen guard can also be sold with mobile back cover. For example, if somebody is ordering mobile back cover, right? So suppose this is mobile back cover, this is your actual phone. Okay, and this is your back cover. Okay, I want to sell screen guard as a recommended product. So screen guard I can fit in if somebody purchases mobile, or screen guard I can recommend if somebody purchases back cover as well. Which of these 2 strategies will work better? To know that, I will want to understand various metric when I do A/B testing. Okay, so in this case, my A group will be people who are purchasing phone, and my B group will be people who are purchasing back cover. To both these people, I will recommend screen guard. Okay, and I will capture some important metric. For example, one simple metric can be conversion, which means how many people bought that product. One simple metric can be click, how many people actually clicked or bothered about clicking. And there can be many metric. For example, what is the average page spend time? What is the average is the subscriber or is the user running away from the website by looking at this recommendation? All these things we can measure where the user is going next. So I tried to give you 3 examples of what is A/B testing. Now there are, so basically, to keep it simple, we will observe the response of 2 groups based on same input, and then we decide which strategy we should make. Okay, now to give you some more context of what is some terminologies. Okay, so if you go in interview, some terminologies. Okay, so one group can be called as control group. Okay, other group can be called as group under observation, you can say. Okay, observation group. So A/B testing can be done in 2 ways. One is you do not give any information or any new coupons or any new condition to control group. Observation group, you give new condition, new situations, new response, facility on which they can respond. So remember these 2 terminologies, control group and observation group. A/B testing can be done in 2 ways. So this is your group A and this is your group B. Either you can give the same input to both the group, or you cannot give the input at all to group A and just give the input to group B to see if something is changing. For example, a user is spending, let's say, 10 minutes on Flipkart app. Okay, you want to see if I change the app structure. Okay, which means where the order history comes, where the user profile comes, all these things, if I change, then what is happening to this 10 minutes, right? So what you will do, you will show to some users the old app and some users the new app. So to the users to which you will show the old app will be control group. To the users to which you will show the new app will be the observation group. Then you will measure where user is spending more time. Okay. So from the discussion till now, you would have understood that it will be applicable mostly to your campaign kind of scenarios, recommendation kind of scenarios, promotion kind of scenarios, marketing kind of scenarios. All these scenarios it will be used. Okay. So I'm getting some questions here. Let me take relevant questions of A/B testing. In the end, we can take more questions. Okay. Can we use A/B testing for any kind of software application? Sai Harsha Reddy is asking. Obviously, many kind of software application you can test it. Like the example I gave you, right? Suppose you are building an application, you do not know which kind of front end you should put. Just like I gave you a Flipkart example, right? So obviously that can be used. Then some how to understand research paper, I'll take that later. Can we use A/B testing in more than 2 group comparison? You can use, but you will have to provide additional parameters and define your groups in a little different way. Okay, so plain simple A/B testing is always normally between 2 groups only. Okay, so you guys can ask questions in the comment. I will in between the presentation I will take a pause and I will come back to your questions. Now my question to you guys is, whatever machine learning or analytics work you are doing, right? Suppose you build a machine learning model, okay, for anything, for let's say in a marketing mix model. So I'm not sure you are aware of a marketing mix model. So a marketing mix model is a very famous model in the world of marketing. Okay, so what would be the how would you use your A/B testing here? So this is how they will ask you questions if you go to interview in retail or campaign or marketing kind of areas. They will ask you these kind of questions. Okay, so suppose there is a machine learning model which does something. Okay, what it does is it gives what kind of, so basically marketing mix model, what it does is it will tell you at high level, I'm saying it will tell you what should be the proportion of your marketing campaigns. So for example, let's say I'm doing 3 kinds of marketing. I'm doing let's say on Facebook I'm doing a marketing campaign, on Instagram I'm doing a marketing campaign, on some other platform, let's say Google Ads, I'm doing a marketing campaign. Okay, so this marketing mix model tells me what should be the appropriate mix of my, let's say, 100 rupees budget. Okay, so people will ask you these kind of questions. For example, how would you use your A/B testing, right? So in this kind of scenarios, you need to create multiple, what to say, multiple kind of mix, and then see, test it on different kind of user base and see where you are getting more responses, right? So there are n number of ways in which you can use your A/B testing model. Okay, but let me go right away to one of the use case so that it's very easy for you to understand. Okay, so what is my use case, guys? My use case is very simple to what I told you just now. Okay, so what I want to do is my objective is I want to sell more of screen guards. Okay, more of screen guards, mobile screen guards. Fine. And I have two options to recommend this product. One option is I can recommend this product with cell phone. You can say mobile phone. Okay. Or I can recommend this product with, as I told you, back cover. Okay. So there may be different kind of mindsets. If you think from user point of view, right? When you and me also, goes on internet and buys mobile phones, different kind of mindset will go here. Suppose, for example, you want to buy a new phone, then some people will want to go to a local shop and get their screen card fixed. The reason for that is you don't want any air to enter, etc. Okay, you don't want to do it yourself. That is one way. Other way is if you're already ordering a back cover and there is your offer, if you take screen guard, then maybe you will go for that. So we don't know out of these two where I will get more purchase, or you can say more clicks. In this case, the metric I'm capturing is conversion. So always remember, conversion means how much you are able to sell. Okay, so I'm going to show you one data now on which we will do the A/B testing. Okay, so let me pull my data here and let me make it little big so that you are able to see. Okay. Okay. So what you can see here, guys, is this is your header. Okay. So you have customer ID. Okay. And then you have recommended. What is my recommendation name? I want to observe which way I should recommend, right? So recommendation name everywhere will be recommend screen guard. Some recommendation date, because in some observation window I will measure this. And then suggestion type, you will see 2 entries only. What I'm doing is whether I'm suggesting with phone or I'm suggesting with cover. I'm suggesting with phone or I'm suggesting with cover. Okay, with phone, with cover. So what is the suggestion type? And in the last column, you see purchase flag. So if you see first 2 records, right? When the screen guard was suggested with phone, they did not buy it. When it was suggested with cover, they bought it. Third record. Okay. Similarly, you will find 1010 purchase flag here. Okay. So this is your input data. What I'm trying to do, this is your conversion that I'm trying to understand if the conversion depends on what kind of suggestion I'm giving. Okay, so this data is good for doing a A/B testing kind of thing. So let's go ahead to Visual Studio and import that data. So as you can see, I have basic packages done, pandas, numpy, matplotlib, sorry, and I'm reading this recommend data. Okay, in this recommend data, this is how my data looks like, as I showed you in Excel also. So what is my recommendation name? Recommend screen guard, date. How I am recommending? I am recommending with phone. What is the purchase? 0 with phone, purchase 0 with cover, purchase 1. You are seeing first 5 records only, but if you see first, let's say 10 records, you will see that in both the cases purchase is both 0 and 1. Okay, so for example with phone also you will sometimes see it is purchased. Fine, here it's not coming up, but it is there, I know that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to first of all do some data cleaning. There are some blanks in that. Okay, and this is my shape, which means I have 711 records. So in this data, I have more records. If you can see, I have done some cleaning actually. So 711 records only. And I'm going to do a group by. Okay. So what you can see here, guys, group by, this is nothing but your, what is the count in each category? Okay. So with cover, no purchase is 206. Okay. And with cover, when you are recommending, purchase is 130. So how many times total you recommended with cover? 206 plus 130. Okay. Out of that, how many times people bought your product? 130. Fine. Then with phone, how many times you recommended? You recommended all these 258 plus 117 times. How many times people bought? 117 times. Now I want to understand. I'm just bothered about purchase. Okay. Hence I'm saying group by suggestion type and purchase flag. So if purchase flag is 0 1, I want to understand that. So let's go ahead and try to build a cross tab. Cross tab means this is nothing but a contingency table. So do you know what is a contingency table? So let me give you one simple view of what is a contingency table. If some of you is having some confusion, let's say there is a column called gender in your data. Okay. And in your data, there is a column as employment status. Okay. EMP status. Fine. So in your gender column, there can be male, female, etc. Okay. And your whether somebody is employed or not employed. So you will say 1, 1, 1, 1. In this case, everybody is employed. Okay. So what contingency table tells you is what is the count of employed people and non-employed people in male category. Okay. And what is the count of employed and non-employed people in female category? Why I'm building this table, I will tell you in a moment. Okay. This is useful for my A/B testing. Okay. So in this case, there I have drawn a small data. So there will be all the people are employed. So employed will be 2 in both the categories. There can be some unemployed. Those numbers will also come. This is called as a contingency table. This is applicable for categorical variables. Okay. 2 categorical variables. Come back to our VS Code. That is exactly what I'm building here by using pd.crosstab. Okay. And then you will see that this is the count of in each category, right? Who bought and who did not bought, who bought and who did not bought, right? Once I have the contingency table here, I can go ahead and compute the purchase rate like this. Fine. All of you agree till here? I can go here and compute what is my with phone rate, right? And then I can say 123. Sorry, I should take these numbers. I think numbers are messed up here. Okay, because I had changed something in the data. Give me a moment. I will take the number from above this thing. Okay, just a moment. So what is my number? 206130 with cover, right? With phone 258 and 117. With cover is okay. I will take I'm taking the numbers from here. I had done some changes to make the p-value little in the range. So I had not changed these numbers. Okay, so I will write the numbers again. With phone, how many people bought? This way you will also know how these numbers are coming, right? 117 people bought. Out of 117 plus 258, right? I'm taking from here. And with cover, what happened? 130 people, 130 and 206, 206 and 130, right? So this will give me the purchase rate. Okay, so let me run this. So one is 31% purchase, another is 38% purchase. Okay, so with phone your purchase rate is 31%, with cover your purchase rate is 38%. So there is a difference. Remember, this is a range of 40% range only, and you are getting a almost 8-9%. So there is a difference. Okay, but still we will do a test here, and the name of the test is, we will be doing a chi-square test here. Okay, so how chi-square test works is, there will be a null hypothesis, and the null hypothesis is there is no relation between purchase rate and recommendation type. They are independent. Okay, so purchase rate and recommendation are independent. It does not matter what is your recommendation, purchase rate always remains same. That is the null hypothesis. Alternate hypothesis is there is relation between purchase rate and recommendation type. They are not independent. By looking at the numbers here, right? One is 31%, other is 38%, right? So what do you think will be the p-value we will be getting? Will it be a significant or insignificant? So you can see the code here also. I'm just doing a plain chi-square test and I'm seeing the p-value. Okay, so by looking at these numbers, what is your opinion? What may happen here? Will I get a p-value less than 0.05? That is what I'm interested in. If that happens, then I can safely reject this null hypothesis. Okay, and I can accept this alternate hypothesis saying there is a relation between purchase rate and recommendation type. Yes, contingency table tells frequency distribution of categorical variables. So what is your view on what will be the p-values that we will be getting from here? Anybody want to give their inputs on this? Okay, maybe people are thinking what may be the p-value, because there is a significant difference that I am saying here, and based on this difference only I will be getting the p-value less than 0.5. So this is how you run a chi-square test. Basically, to give you little background of how this test works is, it will assume that nothing interesting is working, nothing interesting is happening in the data. So I'm giving you just little understanding of how chi-square test works, right? So in chi-square test, there will be something known as observed, and there will be something known as experimental, right? So what it will assume is, in all these 4 boxes, right, numbers are kind of in proportion. Okay, so in contingency table, all these numbers are in proportion. On that assumption, this test is defined. Okay, and if you get a p-value of less than 0.5, that means you can 0.05, sorry, then you can obviously reject your null hypothesis. And that is exactly what we will be getting here. The reason for that is, we have built our data in such a way that there is a significant difference between the conversion rate. Okay, so if you come here, this is the syntax, pretty simple syntax for doing basic chi-square test. Okay, and if you understand the basics of p-values and significance level, then what I'm doing is I'm taking a probability of 0.95 and alpha value will come from here, right? And if my p-value is less than alpha, then I can say that we can reject H0 safely. So I'm rejecting my H0 safely here. Okay. What I'm doing, I'm rejecting my H0, which is my null hypothesis safely here. So what did I do? I just went ahead. I just prepared my data so that I can analyze two groups. And I took those two groups. I did the data cleaning, etc. And then I ran basic statistical test, which can tell me that whether there is a significant difference in the behavior of frequencies or it is not there. Okay. So this is one of the way of doing your A/B testing. Remember, one of the way of doing A/B testing. You might be doing some other kind of testing. So here I'm doing a chi-square testing, right? You might be doing some other kind of testing. Your input data. So my input data looks like this, right? My input data looks like this. Your input data may look totally different based on how you create different groups and what is that you are trying to measure. Okay. And your statistical test might also be slightly different than what I'm trying to do here. Okay. So based on your inputs and your data and what you are trying to do, it will change. So what I tried to give you here is a view of how A/B testing can be done, in what kind of scenarios it can be used. And I showed you a demo of a simple A/B test in Python. Okay. Now, if you have any questions, you can ask me. I'm just looking at your comments. Happy to take any questions. Less than 0.05. I'm sorry. P-value should be less than 0.05 to reject null hypothesis. Hi, Kartikesh. So everyone, not related to this, any other thing also, next 10 minutes, if you want to ask, you can ask. Did you understood the basic concept of what I explained just now? Because you may not find, materials which is linking to this, or, somebody explaining you what is it. And these terminologies, if you come across in interview that and you are blank, that may not look good. Okay. So just remember, observe the behavior of different groups based on what we are trying to measure. And in this type of scenario, statistical tests are useful. Hence, we do statistical tests. Okay. What if two tests give two different results? Try to go ahead and see what is the test's funda to give the result. Okay. And try to see how it is relating to your data. And based on your situation, whichever test is making more sense, you can take a call based on that. And normally, your behavior will not be kind of similar, that you fall in a risk of two tests giving different results. Did you like the explanation, Sai, Harsa, and everybody? Did you understand how A/B test works and what is the use of that? Because many machine learning algorithms, when it will go in production, you may want to see the behavior of your users from different point of view. Okay. Not only the recommendation, from different point of view. What are the pros and cons of A/B test? The pros and cons of A/B test is in understanding, defining your data. For example, here I have very well defined, this is what I want to measure, and these are my A group and B group. Okay. But as I was telling you, in Flipkart scenario, defining your A group and B group with subsequent, with good amount of sample size, right, may not be that easy process. So how do you say that this is my A group and this is my B group? How do you check the characteristics? So that is where sometimes, there will be a control group on which nothing is tested, and there will be observation group on which something is tested. Like the example I gave you, Flipkart example. So if I'm launching an Unfold Data Science app, I'm not sure which color you guys will like. So what I will do, I will launch two different colors. First color I will keep for 1 week, orange color. Second color, yellow color, I'll keep for next 1 week. I will see the response. I will see the behavior. I will see the time spent. I will see different metrics and take a call on how to do this. I mean, which is making more sense for me. Similarly, if you want users to click on your email, right? Suppose I want to send all of you one email saying that, hey guys, I will be live on this time. I want to send an email to all of you. So I can create different banners for that. One banner can be some other design, other banner can be some other design. So which is the banner which is catching people's attention, right? Sai is asking who performs A/B testing in company and does it relate to software development team? Very good question. And as you know from your knowledge, and I also want to tell you, nowadays all the job descriptions. So just few days back, I put a job description for data analyst, data scientist in my Instagram, and somebody commented saying, I disagree with the job description you are seeing here. Okay. The reason for that is in company A, data scientist is doing something else. In company B, data scientist is doing something else. Okay. In company A, data analyst is doing something else. In company B, data analyst is doing something else. So there's not a very clear boundary of who will be doing A/B testing. Okay. But as you know, everywhere the demand for full stack data scientist is increasing. So I want all of you guys, including me, to have a width of understanding. Depth of understanding is obviously there. Width of understanding is getting very important now. How much is good sample for controlled groups? This question is very similar to Karthik. How much of data I need for my machine learning model training? So more you have, better it is. Okay. And you should have meaningful data. So when you are creating groups, it should not be like I'm creating any random thing. You should create groups based on some logical grouping. Okay. And just to have a larger group, we cannot create a illogical group. Okay. So guys, I want to request you something. Can I request you one thing? Can you just do one small thing for me? Can you go to unfoldddatascience.com and whatever you think about my video, just click on any of these courses. Okay, so you will see few courses here. Click on any of these courses and just you click like this, go till the bottom. Okay, and just write a review. So whatever you feel about my videos, maybe I teach very fast, I teach very slow, or my concepts are easy to understand, difficult to understand, whatever you think is your feedback on watching my YouTube videos. Just one request, guys, please go to Unfold Data Science, click on any course, scroll till end and add a review here. Okay, just one help, guys, if you can do me, that will be great. Thanks in advance for that. Thanks, Gaurav. So what happens is this is little cornered topic, if you say. So if I say this is data science, okay, this is what you will find on data science content, whoever is creating data science content, right? So A/B testing and all are on the boundary. So you may not find videos around these topics. Okay. And as all of you know, my intention of these Sunday sessions, for some of you who does not know, I have done 3 very important sessions. If you have not watched, please go and watch, because I'm only picking the sessions which is useful for you. Okay. So Dockers, I know many people struggle with Dockers. So you have to go to Unfold Data Science. You have to go to Sunday live session. Let me show you guys, because this will be very important for you. Okay. And whatever I'm covering here, so Unfold YouTube, Unfold Data Science. Okay. And then you have to go to playlist and you have to go to Sunday live sessions. Okay. So I'm doing Sunday live sessions on only the topic that is useful for you, and that you will not find a lot of videos around that. Okay. So one is Docker. I have not added another one. And this is 1 hour video. See, many people have watched, they have given very good comments. Okay. So if you don't understand what is Docker and how Docker works, please watch this session, 1 hour session on Docker. Okay. After that, I know many of you are uncomfortable with Linux commands. So there is a session on Linux commands, okay? Not Linux commands, everything related to Linux, okay? So just go ahead and watch this Linux tutorial as well. Fine. And today I covered your A/B testing. So what I'm trying to tell here is I'm covering only the topics which is pain point for students, okay? Which is pain point for students. And most of you will agree with me that these are pain points for many students. So what you have to do, take some time. If you want to watch in 2x, watch in 2x, but watch these videos. These will be useful for you. Okay. So I was talking about this video, right? So this video is playing now. This is the Docker video. But if you go to videos, you will also find Linux video. Okay. So somebody who is uncomfortable with Linux commands, I show you everything right from how to set up the things and how to run basic Linux commands. See Linux tutorial from scratch. This is another 50-minute session, not a like 10 minutes, 15-minute session. Okay, detailed session, 50-minute session. Please go and watch this. So what I'm saying is Sunday sessions are long sessions. Sunday sessions are only on the topics which makes you uncomfortable. Okay. Okay, Sai Harsa, I got a job in PwC. I'm a fresher, but I want to get into data industry. What all things I have to get into data career gap? So try to get your hands dirty with everything around data, be it a visualization or be it SQL or be it some kind of data processing, some kind of analyzing the data using statistical technique or some kind of machine learning. When you are confident about your knowledge, then you can do projects and you can start looking for change. Okay. Design of experiments, I have a video on that, Karthik. I will ping the link, or I will ping the link after this in the chat. Okay. Okay, so I hope all of you like this video, guys. You want to give an interview? Okay, fine. I will just look in your email IDs. Okay. And actually I'm doing these live sessions. So I think I had paused the mock interviews for some time, but yes, if you want, we can do one mock interview, not a problem. So I hope you guys like this session. Okay. So please join whenever I announce a Sunday session. Sometimes it may not be subsequent Sundays. Sometimes it may be like alternate Sundays based on how much time I'm able to prepare and all. I also need to prepare things, right? So based on that, I will announce, please join. Okay. And please share Unfold Data Science within your groups, guys, because that is only motivation, right? So please share within your groups. Tell to people that you will find good content here. And I will see you all in my next video, guys. Thanks everyone for joining. Whoever has joined now, you can take the video back and see the explanation, okay? Thanks everybody for joining again. I'll see you all next video.